Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Oblyx here, coming at you today from Project Ozone Light. How y'all doing today? Ooh, I'm hitting the roof. I'm doing great today. Good to see ya. So, today we are continuing on with part 2 of Cable Spaghetti and building our quintuplication. Quintuplicate can just turn in one ore into 5 ingots. How about that? So let's get on with it. Now we need another chemical infuser, which is the one we just had in our inventory. There it is. So we're going to turn that ruh-roh. I mixed them up. Alright. So we got our dioxide, our oxygen, and our trioxide. So we're going to output that trioxide into another chemical infuser and mix it with some water vapor. So trioxide, water vapor, and we're going to get sulfuric acid. Evil sulfuric acid. So to get our water vapor, we're going to need this water line into a rotary condensator. And we do need 2 of these guys. There we go. Water into vapor. So we can pretty much stick this guy anywhere. I think we'll maybe come right in this little gap right here, just to kind of keep cables from getting too wild and crazy. Maybe come up one, so we can go across the top of all those. Boop. Actually, maybe boop. There we go. Big side, little side. Those line up, and water. Excellent. Now we need to get into this guy. So we're going to output from him. Let's see, I can't go there because they'll connect. Don't want them connecting. Can go there. So the trioxide is going to come over here. Ooh. You know what? You know what? I have an idea. What if we just went boop like that? What if we just went boop like that? And boop that up like so? Heck, we don't even need this. Yeah, we could just go boop like that. Power these guys from the back the way they were meant to be powered. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to go up one higher. Yep. Because we don't want that cable touching the one right above it. Yep. But if we go there, we should be fine. So we want to output from here, get that sulfur trioxide, and basically we want to come out it needs to get into there without touching this one. That's kind of a roundabouty way to do it, but it'll do it. Yeah, if I move it in one, it's going to connect right there, and we don't want that to connect, so it pretty much has to be there. Alright, now we need to get the water vapor out of here. And we can't touch that, so actually let's move this up. Let's take this up to the right level. Right from the get-go. There we go. And we need to flip that around so that whichever way the arrow's going is the way it's going to run. So this is taking water, turning it into vapor. If we point the arrow the other way, it's taking vapor, turning it into water. So this way we'll fill up this pipe. Only thing is, this is going to have to come over because we got to get the output. Dang it, Bobby. All right. So we're going to have to bring this out one more. That is a goofy stair step. I don't like it. We could just do that. There we go. Yeah, because we can pull that out and come up. So there we go. There's our sulfuric acid. Now this is actually going to pipe upstairs into our first machine, which is the chemical dissolution chamber. So let's go figure out where we're going to put these machines at. I was thinking right near the sky. So if we put the first machine here, and we need room for its power. So if we bring the acid there, oh, that's the injection chamber. I need the dissolution chamber. Chemical dissolution chamber. Water. And of course he wants to be fed on the flippin' side. Whoa, glitchy, glitchy. So we should be able to bring power straight along like so. Now I need to get this over there. So we're going to bring it up. Oops, not all the way because I have to get underneath that power. So we're going to come over one more. And just down this way here, like so. Excellent. And you can see it slowly filling up the pipe. Now, out of the dissolution. Now at this point we're all into ores, right? Here's where you put your first ore in. So we'll set up some form of a chest or something like that we can feed a whole bunch of ore into, and then this guy will just start processing it down the line. So he's going to turn the ore into a slurry. Now we want to clean the slurry, so we need a chemical washer. go. And hey, stop that. I already got rid of your brethren. Don't make me get rid of you too. So there's our washer. And we just want to output across. So that takes the slurry in, but we also need to feed it water. And it will output clean copper slurry. So we need to get water into this guy. And of course power. So that's going to be our water. And we just need to connect them up to our regular old water line. Boom. And let's get him some go-go juice. Nice. So he's got power. He's turning copper slurry, mixing it with water, turning it into clean copper slurry. Then we want to crystallize it. So we need a chemical crystallizer. Just this guy right here. So this will be the last machine that we're going to feed these fluids / gases in as part of our ores at any rate. So we're gonna, this guy's gonna turn that slurry into copper crystals. So we need to get him some go-go juice. At this point, I think we're just gonna walk right along there like that. Excellent. Now, from here, we need to switch over to these item transporters, the logistical transporters. Because we've gone from a liquid to a crystal. So now we need a chemical injection chamber, which is this guy. And he is going to need hydrogen chloride. So he takes in these crystals and he turns them into shards using hydrogen chloride. So let's get some HCl and some go-go juice to this guy. So there's the go-go juice. Now where is our HCl? Not there. Didn't we already have some somewhere? We're going to have to take this chlorine. I'm getting all hung up on the woodworks down here. Alright, so we're going to have to split this chlorine line off. And run it into a chemical infuser. Do I have another chemical infuser? Let's get rid of some of these blocks. Did I just throw it on the ground? Where'd I put my infuser? Oh. Duh. I want to split this line off. The hydrogen chloride. Man, it must be late. I'm getting tired. Oh, good grief. Man, I'm going to need some more of these pressurized tubes if we have any. We do. Hopefully that's enough. And I need to get that right there. Ooh, gotta be careful not to touch that one, so we are gonna have to come back one. And I need to get to this guy without touching anyone else. Can he do it? I should have brought that back one more. Yeah. Oh yeah. It can touch dissimilar pipes, so like these two won't connect because this is fluid and this is gas, so that's okay, but it can't touch the same. It can't touch another gas pipe. So excellent. Now we got the HCl going in there. Boom, hydrogen chloride. Fantastic. So that's our injection chamber. And we're making the shards. So now we want to put in a purification chamber. It's a bit of a process, isn't it? It just keeps going and going and going and never ending. Let's see, that's the fluid one. They look alike to my eyeballs. Alright, so this guy, the purification chamber, needs oxygen. And it's going to turn the shards into clumps. So we've got to feed this guy oxygen. And go-go juice. So there's the go-go juice. Now where the heck is the oxygen? That is you, is it not? Yes, it is. So make sure that's on dumping excess so it will make extra. And I do not think we are going to have enough cables to get this up here. And we got to be careful of this line. So we're going to bring it out and over and down. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can just come over, but I'm going to have to make some more. Dang it! Because I do not have any more rats. Oh, let's just make ultimate. Pressure tubes is elite, advanced, and basic. Oh, come on, recognize. There. Got to give it enough time to recognize between each one. And hopefully I have all the parts to make this. Oh, good. I do. Perfect. Now, we want to come up right here, up into the sky, and connect you. Excellent. All right, so we got our oxygen, turning shards into clumps. Now we need a crusher. So we just need another one of those. And a crusher. Oh my. It's possible I've made a few crushers that, yep. Yep. Dang it. I have made a few. I just want to make sure I don't already have one configured. That's our biomass one. There we go. We can upgrade it to one of these elite crushers. From this point on, these all have elite variants. So they have advanced variants, which do, I think, 5, and then the elite variants, which do 7 at a time. And it is worth the upgrade. These 3 machines do not. They are what they are. They do not have upgrades. So if you want more, you have to expand them vertically instead of horizontally. So for the time being, we're going to stick with this crusher, and he turns clumps into dirty dust. You dirty, dirty dust. Filthy, dirty dust. Shame on you. And we're going to go in there like so. And he doesn't need any additional input. We can get rid of these guys. And from the crusher, we need to go into an enrichment chamber. Luckily, I only have one of these. And we need to get him some go-go juice. And from the enrichment chamber, we need to go into a smelter. So just bog standard energized smelter. And that'll turn the dust, of course, into ingots. So the crusher turns it, dirty dust into dust. Don't ask, or the enrichment chamber, not crusher, sorry, turns dirty dust into dust. Then the smelter turns the dust into ingots. So we need to get him some go-go juice. Connect up, thank you. And there is our whole setup. Now what we can do is pipe out from there into just about anything. So I'll use a crystal chest. And he'll start feeding out items. Excellent, so he's starting to empty out. Great, these are all working the way they're supposed to. We are completely out of brine. That's always one of the first things that goes. Brine and then water. Water generally becomes a problem. Yeah, he generally becomes a problem. We may need to add a couple more pumps on here. He's out of... You can easily see what it's out of here. If you trace these back, you can see, okay. Why you no spitty out into there? There we go. See how you can kind of trace it back pretty easily to see where the problem lies, just by looking at the cables. Which ones have color and which ones don't. If it doesn't have color, it's not getting the chemicals it needs. This guy is struggling to keep up. Yeah, he's pretty quick, but he's not so quick. So, is he upgraded? Yeah, he is. So he is as upgraded as he can be. Actually, every machine here should be fully upgraded, but he'll catch up eventually. We do need to come back and, remember, put our ender chest on this guy instead of that drawer. because he will eventually run out of gunpowder. We want to just grab the gunpowder from the farm. Now I will tell you, see how the light is updating every time the machine turns on and turns off? See how it's blinking like this right here? That is doing lighting updates all around here. So it does create lag, our friend lag. So it is a good idea to make sure it is extremely well lit up. So I usually grab my blaster here and just go to town. Oops. Well, we can celebrate the fact that we finished it with a firework. There we go. So see, I just stick little glowies everywhere, so it's way more than necessary to help control those lighting updates. The less lighting updates it has to do, the less lag you're going to feel. And I believe in future releases, that is something Aiden has written into the config file, that you can actually turn off these particle effects in the lighting updates. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think I read that that was the case in later releases. I think we'll put one here. I don't know if those have lighting updates. These definitely do. But keeping it all bright, that should definitely help. And then you get the same deal with these guys. So what I'm going to do is come behind them and light them all up. And then I'm just going to go in between these guys. Lots of bright light. There. That should help cut down on the lighting updates, because every one of these machines, when you get the particle effects, does a lighting update. That should help eliminate that. But there you go. This is one ore in, and you'll get 5 ingots out. And I will demonstrate once it is completely emptied out, which it is working towards it. So let this finish up processing what it's got, and then we will run 1 ore in, and I'll show you how 5 ingots come out. Alright, I've emptied everything out. The chest is empty. Smelter, enrichment chamber, crusher, purification chamber, chemical injection chamber, chemical crystallizer, chemical washer, and chemical dissolution chamber. Now, you always start with the chemical dissolution chamber. Now, most ores can be quintupled, but not all of them. So if I try to shift click yellowite in there, for example, it does not go. You can put it in there, but it won't do anything. So yellowite is one of those that it does not process, but it will process, say, gold and tin and lead. You can see they're running right down the chain. So we're up to the lead here. And there we go. 5 gold, 5 tin, 5 lead. We put 1 ore in, we got 5 ingots out. Awesome. Like I said, we didn't need this. We have a cow farm that produces more than enough gold, tin, and lead for us. You know, iron and, you know, various other things that'll run through it, the copper and that kind of stuff, the osmium. Our cows take care of that for us. We don't really need this. But we want it. Because why not? If you can build it, give it a try. Because it is pretty fun. And you do come up with this nice spaghetti. Apparently the Enderman's checking out our work, likes it. He approves. He approves. But yeah, it's pretty darn cool. So I'm afraid that is all the time I got for today. We have most definitely gone long on this episode, but we had a lot to cover. I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya.